Fire signs, how you doing? So hopefully I don't get interrupted this time. The doorbell went, the dog's gone crazy, and there was loads of things being delivered and stuff like that. Some kind of delivery. I'm hearing delivery or delivery service or delivering some kind of message also to a child of delivering, standing your ground and also delivering. I was also hearing Phoenix rising up, because that was a song that I heard, rising up. So there's a lot to do with Scorpio and Leo. Okay, Scorpio and Leo. I was also hearing cap and capping and cap, like a tap, because it was a dripping tap, and also water of crying, as trying to find something out. Someone getting very emotional at that time. Okay, I will explain. The card's already out because of the chaos that went on. I was channeling before and had to stop, so I'm just continuing on with still like a channel that's happening. So a lot to do with tapping and water tap and dripping. But also someone trying to find out some kind of information. But I'm hearing Cap and Capricorn. I was also hearing like someone getting very over emotional at this time. And then I was hearing rising up. Like, well, I'm going to have to show up and I'm going to have to say something. And I'm going to have to rise above it and actually understand something about an illness. So we will go on with the reading. Sorry guys. So all of the interruption that I can't really explain, I've got your cards out. We'll look into the moment before, the moment after, okay? And then we'll look into each an individual element of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we'll look into thoughts and feelings for you guys from your partner towards you, okay? But first we'll do this. Okay, so the moment before. So you had the Three of Wands, the Page of Cups, and there was some kind of news that was wanted to be, this is dropping. You see, I thought or heard that someone dropped something, dropped the news, or was waiting on this news and was getting very over emotional about children at the time, and also at the same time waiting for some kind of news from the family. I think it was a lot to do with Pisces energy. Because someone feels like they wanted to be freed. Okay, so you got the Death card. Okay, this is the moment before. The Three of Cups, so it's a 3 and 3. So someone was definitely wanting to know something about maybe if there is still a baby. I heard, is there still a baby? Or am I still part of the children's lives? Or was I still part of this? Some of that is coming through as like, am I still part of this third party situation? At the same time, someone was going through an illness, a physical illness, and they were waiting to hear news to give it to the children, from a Taurus energy, Taurus Scorpio, that could be descending and also rising, but it can be physical star signs. And it was all pointed at trying to find out some good news from the doctors, or from about a physical illness that was looming over someone, and that they probably realized that they had to tell the family this good news if there was good news. Okay, and that was like a physical illness that I'm picking up. But also a lot of you, this was to do with having to wait for this news because it didn't come in quite as quick as what someone wanted it to, and that it probably didn't turn up, okay? And that it was driving someone, obviously, you know, towards this 3 of having to tell. So you've got the Virgo and the Death card of Scorpio, all pointing at wanting answers from a Pisces energy. I would say 3 of Cups. I need an answer about this 3 of Cups. This is also 3 sisters that are involved, okay? But also 3 friends. Now, at this time, someone was thinking about their friend of reaching out, but it felt like someone was teasing someone as well, like teasing of just watching something, but don't understand that their 3 sisters are actually manipulating some kind of situation and talking about it, okay? Or there are 3 people that are talking about it, and they're pulling all of this attention towards this 3 here of this news that some are trying to find out, like, am I still involved with your, I just heard, you still involved with your sister or with my sister? Are you still involved with my sister? I've got no idea where that one's coming from, guys, so please keep an open mind with these readings. But are you still involved with my sister? So I don't know how that's going to relate to you guys. But you see a High Priestess. So Libra, but also Pisces. There's a lot of secrets around this these three people. There's a lot of secrets that people are talking. Okay, there was an illness for sure. I think that there's some news that was waiting to come through, like from doctors or from solicitors and lawyers that was to do with children. Okay, and someone wants to know, are we still in this bind? Because I'm picking up like binding, or something was binding or bound, like keep bounding. So I'm hearing like Capricorn energy of an addiction to do with like it's just something's eating at somebody, something's eating at something, eating away, eating. So I'm also hearing cup, like cupping, because I heard cap, and also cup. So they're saying something about a cup size, okay, a cup size, because I was looking at it, it's dropped in a cup. And someone's looking at their cup size, and they're talking to their friends about probably having an operation to do with their physical appearance of cup size. And it's getting very personal for some, so keep an open mind, please. But something to do with a cup size. This Virgo energy was definitely Scorpio and Hermit. These could be the same people that were literally trying to find out some news, because I think that it's all coming back from this cross-watcher that could be a Pisces, okay, that is in this bind as well, which is part of a third-party situation. Now, I think that their ex, on one hand, they have a Scorpio ex-partner or marriage partner, and on the other hand, they have a Virgo. So if this is coming from a Pisces, maybe cross-watching, but a Pisces energy, they seem to have a Scorpio and a Virgo at the same time. Now, how that's involving you, I don't know. But, well, it's obviously involving you because it's in your reading. So I think that this is coming from, which is the High Priestess, which is a mother of children that can be a Pisces. And their children could be fire signs, water sign. Okay? And that they have one person, which is a Scorpio, and in that bind is also a Virgo. And that they are keeping a secret about that, okay? But, you know, this is where I'll more than likely get a blame, so please keep an open mind. So and then you got the 9, which is getting filled up. It's like something needs to be refilled. Something needs to be rejuvenated. 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, again, Pisces. I'm definitely picking up a third-party situation that people were trying to find out. And I think that it's all coming from a Pisces that's drawing this back to opening up a third-party situation again. Because I don't think that a lot of people, maybe on either side of the scale, have probably learnt enough, yet that there are a lot of situations where people are more than likely involved that are not saying. Okay, that are not saying. Because they're probably not telling it to children that this 3 is going on. Now, I'm also hearing that there was some kind of news about a physical illness that could have been a life-threatening illness for somebody, okay? And that you were more than likely, or they were, this Virgo energy was trying to find out about telling the children, hopefully, good news that came through about this illness. But because don't forget, this is the moment before. But at that time, they were trying to keep that from them because they didn't know what that news was going to be, whether it be good or bad. And it's definitely coming from a mother that could be a Pisces. Okay? There is someone that's having to take on more responsibility of another person that might not be involved in a third-party situation. But there are 3 people in this family. One is a Pisces, one is a Virgo in their chart, and one is Scorpio. That can be parts of their chart. But there are people that are butting heads and not talking to one another because they realise that they are in a bind of family, a bind that can also have Capricorn in their chart. Okay, and that there is a family bind and there is a cycle that's continuing on. But there are people that are also supporting and witnessing the fact that that's happening. Now, there are also 3 friends or 3 sisters, because I keep picking up 3 sisters, that are all involved in this news that involves the family to do with an illness, a physical, maybe a physical illness. Okay, but the Death card is facing a decision of marriage, okay, or was, that I'm married. Because I'm hearing that I'm married, the Scorpio energy, that I am married. But I think it's coming from a Pisces energy, that I was married, or that I have this person as well. But I also have a Virgo, that I'm not saying about. Sorry, they're really drawing my attention towards that reading for those messages. Let's have a look at what this High Priestess is hiding, or what the High Priestess. Tell me more about this High Priestess. The High Priestess. Tell me more about the High Priestess. But I'm physically also drawn to an illness, that a family situation that could have been life-threatening, or maybe still is, was needing to be told to family members of brothers and sisters that there could have been a serious illness for somebody. Okay, but that's really only if you knew that. But show me more about this High Priestess. High Priestess, you see, control, narcissism, control. This is like gaslighting as well. But this is, you know, when someone really wants to talk to somebody, but you've gone through things so long that you understand about control, so you try not to talk to them. But then someone insists on getting themselves back into a controlling situation, because what they're doing is controlling things. This High Priestess is trying to control talking to someone that's not talking to them, you know, and it's coming from an energy. It's also based upon a Leo that could be involved in that. There are court situations, because that's still like they're in control. It feels like this High Priestess, that can be a Libra energy, is like in control. Like, well, I'm in control, I'm in control. But the other person's thinking, well, it's out of control. So you've got Cancer as well. Oh, okay. So there was a physical illness for someone that I did pick up in other readings. That was a physical cancer scare. Okay, a cancer scare. And it took a lot of courage for someone to try and find this out about this cancer scare, okay, and that there was a lot of doctor's appointments, and there was a lot of low moods that were coming from someone because of this. That's only if you know that, because that can come across also as a controlling situation, okay. That there was this that someone was very worried about finding that out. A lot, and it was causing depression for some people that were on that timeline. For a lot of this is being controlled around 7, which is transport, about driving, and about a car, and about contracts that were also signed of a business that could also be within traveling, okay. But it's coming from a boss that would also be a Libra, that would be a boss, okay, that someone feels like they're being controlled because they are one of these 3. For them is their job, that they're being controlled by this High Priestess, that's one of the 3, and that there could have been reconciliation of family that got together and told about this control that seems to be going on around this car. Let's see what this Chariot is. Tell me more about this Chariot. Because someone could have had a serious illness. Yeah, you see 4. You've got Taurus energy. You've got like Scorpio, okay, and then Taurus descending. So someone could have a Scorpio rising, Taurus descending, okay. But that's a lot to do with, listen, I'm going to have to work, and I'm going to have to save some money now for a car. Someone's really trying to save for their own car, or they're telling the other person that you're going to have to get your own transport, and you're going to have to get your own car, so you're going to have to save up for it. And I think that that's where someone is then very confused with an energy to do with obviously about whether we can go forward or whether we go backwards, or what do we do, because it feels like the Chariot is out of control at the moment. That's not if it's involving a cancer scare, okay, if that is with someone. I'm talking about more to do with saving up for their own car and being able to do something for themselves that's going to help out the energy of not being so confined, because it feels like there's confined spaces, and like it was all confined and there was too much energy around someone at that time, and that it was consuming the person's time by the amount of travelling that they had to do and going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And what they started to do is shut down, which is, well, I will emotionally shut down and I will emotionally cut off the other person that's trying to control. That can still be coming from a family or a boss member, but you might have also witnessed that someone started to protect themselves and cut off the energy that could have caused someone to go inward and reflect and go back to family to seek some advice about what shall I do about this situation, because if we want to remain together, we're going to have to learn to compromise to share things, okay? Because there's a lot of sharing transport, like backwards and forwards, and sharing transport, and protecting oneself of shutting down emotionally and not getting emotions involved, and actually involving life and not emotions, where the emotions were shut off. This is also that I have to take, if you remember this deck, when it comes out through the 4, that there's one person that is concentrated on 3, which is I've got 3 things that take over my life, which is these 3 here, that are also children. This is something working with children as well, maybe, but a lot to do with that. I'm so dedicated towards my children that that's all I want to do. Now that's coming from a mother, but on the other hand, because it doesn't have to be, but it's coming from somebody that someone doesn't like, because they don't talk to their parents, but the parents want to talk, but there's something that's going on that's very, 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 very controlling for somebody, and that's why they're closing that down. Because it's like, well, I don't know my way out of it. We've tried this so many times before that how do we learn to share? Because it feels like there's a lot of contracts in there, a lot of contractual stuff. But there's also a lot of children's transport. I keep picking up like having to do things for kids, or having to do something for someone, and someone just says, well, I just want you for something. And you're like, well, what, you want me now for something? What do you want me for? Just to use me for my car, or just to use me for my time? So then someone started to emotionally close down this energy. So then it started to redirect itself towards the Hermit energy, which is Virgo. So show me more about the Hermit. Queen of Cups. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You see, Pisces can be Cancer for a lot of you, but normally Pisces for me. Queen of Cups. So it's like, well, I need to find out this answer from these three people of whether I'm still in this contract. This could be a Pisces, okay, that has, like I said before, 2 people, which is one is a Death card, which is a Scorpio, and another one is a Virgo. And this is coming from a Pisces that has that. And then there's a Virgo on one hand that wants to know, well, I'm in love with you, but what is it that the answer is? Because are you still involved with a Scorpio? Okay, are you still involved? That's coming from, if you're a Virgo cross-watching, you could well be watching this saying, yeah, I'm asking a Pisces, or I'm asking a Cancerian. For some of you, it's different, because obviously it's a general energy, but it's still being controlled. The situation of destiny is still being controlled because someone has put themselves back into a third-party situation that they're waiting to hear from. Now, probably one of these may be Piscean, okay, could have an ex-partner that they have children with here. And this is the 3, and they're waiting for some kind of like news from to do with their children. Okay, and it's pulling the energy back. But on the same hand, I think that they also have 2 people in their lives. One is a Scorpio and one is a Virgo. And it's all to do with maybe this Pisces energy. So show me, sorry about my dog, but it drives me crazy. What is the Three of Cups? Three of Cups. Three of Cups. You see, 5, to do with families, to do with like feeling left out. Someone, obviously there's going to be people that feel left out of this third party, but there is a lot to do with news about someone's health. That's what I'm saying. That is also to do with health. That's also to do with finances, that someone that really wants to know about money. I want to know about money. I want to know about child support. And are you going to support me? And are you going to be there for me? But I still think that same story, that there is a Three of Cups energy that is High Priestess, which is a mother, and it is also the Hangman, which is 12, which is 3. Okay, so I'd say it's definitely involving a Pisces, to do with their family, to do with the 5 of, or was, sorry, 5. But I think that they emotionally shut down. That would be a Pisces child, maybe, that shuts down from a parent, because there's a lot of control. There's a lot of control. What's the 5? 5 of... You see, to do with children. To do with being made an offer, but the Knight of Cups has delivered it. Delivered. There's some kind of like delivery message. Delivering. Delivery. Bing bong. Oh, what do you know? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Show me the Knight of Cups. Well, actually, we won't. No, we'll just look at the Death card. Show me the Death card, because we need to get on with the rest of the reading. Because these cards should tally up with the top cards. Like if they all come out in a clump like that, they're Death card. Show me the Death card. Show me the Death card. I've really got to work on my posture, because I have such backache right at the top of my head. But yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. So there's a Scorpio energy here. Was like, well, I'm single, you know, I'm looking into health. This is a lot to do with someone's health. That is still going on that timeline, that someone was searching, very concerned about their health, because of the channeled messages that first came through. Yeah, and they more than likely got, yeah, okay, so we'll go on 2 different things. 2 people love this 3 of 3. 2 people. One wants something that's more phallic, and the other one, Virgo energy, is in love. Or the Pisces it's either the Pisces or Cancer or Scorpio, but there's definitely water signs that are in this situation all together. Okay, and that everybody is making offers to everybody. That it's all drawing itself and attention to a family situation that's going on, one with someone's children, but also there's someone else that's in love with someone, but there's a definite bind there. There was definite bind. Okay, so we'll go on with the rest of your reading, guys. So that was the moment before. I'm just getting used to those cards, just so I can try and start channeling through them. The best way to do it is just to get on with it, right? So we'll go on with your readings. So now, below the 3, you've got the Page of Pentacles. So you get, there's a lot of concern around children. You know, there's a golden child that seems to take most of someone's attention. But the child is concerned more about really their work and stuff that they want to do, but there is a concern and an energy that is all focused upon children, a lot of it, okay? Because it's not delivering messages. So it's definitely to do with the 10 of Cups. There's definitely Pisces involved. Definite Pisces. 10 of Cups. So it's involving Pisces, and it's involving children, and it's involving families, okay? So you get the Death card and the Magician. So that is wanting a new start. I'm wanting to start over and start fresh, but who knows if that's being, because you're in, see, Pisces, 3. So you're in a bind. People are in a bind with definite Pisces. This is being fed, like, well, I want stuff. You know, this Pisces here is like, well, I want to be fed this stuff. And because the Pisces energy can all be drawn towards a Pisces giving, okay? But it can also be from cross watchers, a Pisces that's taking their time, taking their time and taking their time and taking their time and taking their time, and also taking things. So learning a lot about equality of give and take. But there's a lot of taking from this Three of Cups, that things are taking their time to reconcile, and things are taking their time to come to light, because it all seems to be drawn here, which is there's a Scorpio energy that wants in on this or doesn't want in on it. I mean, if you're watching it and saying, no, I don't, I have no idea. But you're in a contract. You see, you're in a bind with the devil. There's Capricorn energy. You're in a bind with the devil. But Virgo energy, Virgo, Capricorn, could have that in their chart. A Virgo, Capricorn. And then you've got Pisces there. So this is contract of like still a third party situation for a lot of you guys. There is still a lot of things to work through, like through an addiction that someone has through wanting attention from someone that doesn't want it. Someone wants and needs a lot of attention, wants and needs a lot of attention. But it can be coming across as family, where someone's wanting to give all of the attention to someone that doesn't want that attention, you know. So, High Priestess, Libra, it's causing like conflict of fighting my way out of this situation, and how can I physically get out. There's a definite low vibration that's coming from here, which is Capricorn, the Hermit, a High Priestess. There's a lot of appointments. So you got the soulmate, twin flame situation, and things that are still going on at home. Okay, at home. And also within a marriage, that there are a lot of contracts that are still there. Because I keep picking up like contracting things, contracting, like a lot of work contracts that are all involved with this. There's a lot of working contracts. Someone's probably working a lot. That could be causing someone some sort of mild depression through the amount of work that they're having to do, and I'm having to keep working and working and working and working. But Six of Cups. So it's all to do with family here, all to do with family and 4 children. Okay, all for the love of my children will I continue to do this. So, but there is control that's coming from someone, you see. I will do this till the end of the time for my family. But it depends if families want it. And if you're fighting with family members and they're saying they don't want it, and then you're saying that you do and you don't, that's ego, and that's a clash. Okay? So you've got 10 and 10. So there's definitely an ending, but someone wants to continue that on. There is definitely an illness, more than likely, still in the family. You've got Gemini. You see, someone wants to reconcile in the family and bring the family back together for a meeting for something in order to be able to talk, to reconcile. But that's an ongoing situation is what I'm feeling. So there's the Taurus energy as well. So 5. So a lot of contracts at work. There's a lot of, there seems to be like a marriage is involved, someone's marriage, but you see you've got 4 again. 4, which is Taurus descending, Scorpio rising to me, Capricorn, Earth. But we'll clarify these because it's not really coming through clear. It's a lot to do with family. You see Cancerian again, the Chariot. The Chariot. It's a lot to do with being able to like move, like physically move. Can we physically move? Can we afford to move? Can we afford to move? We're going to have to also save up money for this car. A lot of this is you're saying to someone, listen, you're going to have to save up and buy yourself a car, or you're going to have to get yourself driving lessons or something, right? But you're going to have to pull your weight also. So coming from a Virgo energy, a lot here, there's a lot to do with like a situation that it could be very difficult to maybe, if you're watching them for a Virgo, then you're saying that you're going to have to do something because they're going to have to earn some money. If it's that you're going to have to earn some money, or they're protecting something to do with that. Protecting. So let's see what this Magician card is. Magician. Why is this Magician? because this is trying to get like a Virgo Capricorn energy out of a situation that they can physically be trying to not listen to. What's the... Let's have a look at the Magician. The Magician. Tell me more about this Magician. The Magician. So the Magician wants a brand new start. Nine of Cups. To reconcile, to do something. But the Nine of Cups. What's that Nine of Cups? See, the Nine of Cups, I don't never really like the Nine of Cups. Because it's like, you see, again, to put someone in a bind. The Magician is going to want something like phallic, okay? But wants a new start, but is going to start to feed. I always think the Nine of Cups is like a feeding energy. And it's also confused by two, meaning I still can't make up a decision and I don't know, you know? What's the Magician? What's the Hangman for? Hangman. So to reconcile, you see, to reconcile. But that's coming through as like someone that can also be very stern. It can be very difficult to also get this person away from their job. Away from their job. Trying to get someone's attention away from their job. And trying to get someone's attention away from focus. But also away like from their children. They're concerned about their children or they're coming up with something. But it's a lot to do with judgment. You see, coming up against judgment. Which is, if you've done it before, do you want to do it again? You can never judge the other person for being a certain way. You just have to leave them to it, okay? Judgment is someone that wants to reconcile. You see, they're talking. Well, they're thinking about talking. Page of Swords is thinking. Thinking and thinking and thinking about judgment. That's coming from a Pisces energy. I'm thinking about reconciling with a third-party situation, maybe. Okay, what is that judgment? It's definitely coming from a Pisces energy. What's judgment for? Judgment. See, I don't know. I don't know. Coming from a Libra energy as well. 2 and 2. Like, I don't know. That's putting back into a bind of a third party that's really coming through clear. Because someone, like... It's like they're concerned about their job and things like that, but then there's someone that wants to reconcile. Now, if that whoever that is reaching out to the person, you're going to put yourself back into a third-party situation. You know, because someone is still talking to someone. What's this Devil card for? That's coming from a Pisces energy. What's the Devil? Devil. 10 of Cups, because I love you. Someone's got an addiction to a Pisces, or a Pisces got an addiction. 10 of Cups again. What's the 10 of Cups for? But or I just want to be left alone and with my family. But if you're wanting to be left alone, then you've got to stop talking to the person. But an addiction, Capricorn, Pisces. What's the 10 of Cups? 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. To do with family, their family. So Capricorn, Pisces have got family wanting to move, or like wanting to find some kind of like common ground. What's the 6 of Swords for? 6 of Swords. Aries. Wow, it just gets more and more difficult. Aries is involved now. So you're involved, Aries. Capricorn, Aries, they've got jobs or family. What's the Emperor for? Show me more about the Emperor. Yeah, it's causing a lot of conflict. It's causing a lot of conflict. Fighting over family situations and to do with like having an addiction. Having an addiction. Aries, Pisces and Capricorn. Also Aquarius. Yeah, it's to do with the 10. It's a burden. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. It's very difficult for me to clarify like general readings for 3-star signs. These are not like what they are for individual signs, because it can get very confusing. So I just separate them down. So there's definitely something going on with Capricorn and Pisces, Aries, okay, that are not really they're not really talking that great. Let's see what the Lovers is for. The Lovers. Really? The Lovers again. 2 Geminis. 2 Gemini. Gemini and Gemini. What's that Lovers for? What's the Lovers for? Show me more about the Lovers. Ooh, money. It's all to do with money. King of Pentacles. Someone's in love with the King of Pentacles with money. Someone's in love with money. What's the King of Pentacles? Yeah, with work. This is work. Someone just works for money. Gemini energy. Working, building, saving, and saving. Okay, so let me try and break this down so far for you guys. So the same story applies, okay, but from this Magician wants a brand new start and a brand new well, I mean, the opportunity can either be taken or missed, but it feels like someone still doesn't know. They still don't know yet what's going to happen. Okay, from a Pisces energy, you've got that they're still like watching. It just feels like they're still watching and wanting to, like, thinking about the person, still thinking about the person here. Like, do I reach out for this Ace of Wands? Do I reach out to this Magician? But I still don't know. But they're coming up against Judgment. So there's a lot of still, well, I don't know. I still could just be talking to the person or watching the person on the internet. But I still don't know yet. Okay? Coming from a Capricorn energy, you got the 10 of Cups. So it's still to do with a Pisces and Capricorn. It's a lot to do with like families and businesses, and Aries is also there as well. Families and Aries that are just fighting over stuff to do with like someone pulling their own weight, being able to pull their weight at home, or just to move, physically move. Okay, then you've got Gemini energy that's here that seems to be getting all the success with money. What's the Hierophant? Wow, there you go. So these are going to be different for you. That's why I'm trying to split them down. But you've got a Taurus energy, Gemini energy that's getting paid, that's getting some money, like from a marriage. Yeah, they're protecting themselves. Taurus energy. They're going to protect their money. 4 and 1 is 5. Child support, courts to do with money, also saving. Tell me what this 4 of Coins is for. So I think the best way to do it is just focus on the major arcana cards of the sign. So if you're dealing with a Gemini, okay, because there's a lot of fire signs, there seems to be having quite a lot of success with money. Okay, if you're dealing with a Taurus, they also seem to be having a lot of success with money as well, and that they're protecting that and saving that money as well. Okay, what's this 4 of Coins? Yeah, having a big opportunity at work, saving their money, and possibly a new job. Possibly a new job, because that's all money down here coming from Gemini and possibly Scorpio, but Taurus, Scorpio, Taurus. A big opportunity with their family and work. What's the Chariot for? Tell me more about the Chariot. Chariot. Chariot is something to do with like children again. What is the Page of Pentacles? Page of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, yeah. Getting some kind of like information. Yeah, they want to know about rest, like putting something to rest. Putting something to rest. The Queen is getting very complicated now because we're getting too many. It's some kind of like family situation with one of you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but Cancerian. There seems to be like children that are involved, but someone's like still thinking about talking, but they're not. Because the page hasn't delivered anything. The Ace wants to know truth, but someone's just sleeping on the truth, meaning, well, I'm just going to have to sleep on this at the moment. That can be that news, though, that could have come through there. Someone could be recovering. You see, this could be recovering from something, of some kind of like news that was told to a Cancerian, if it was to do with an illness, that I'm just having to take a break and just recover at the moment, to try and find my feet again, and to, you know, think about the future. To think about the future, I'm just going to have to take a break and take a rest. That's to do with a family situation that's also involving a Cancerian, and that would have been the news. Okay, to do with the Earth signs in Gemini, they seem to be having a lot of success within money. Okay, but there seems to be a very confusing for a relationship-wise that's coming through from a Pisces if you're struggling in a third-party situation. That's if you are. Because they're watching or like wanting to talk, or someone wants to talk to them to reconcile, but still a 2 is coming from that again. So it feels like that there's a Hermit death card, Virgo again. It's that. On one end I've got Virgo, on the other end I've got Scorpio, Libra, 2. So they're in their chart, and that's where that confusing energy is coming from. And that's where the devil energy then has come, because someone's got a fixation on still their karma, that they're still going through that, because they have got family things going on, but they're also in love with somebody. Okay, that could also be Aries in their chart, but it's causing a lot of conflict within families. That's what they're going through, but someone can't make up their mind, and it's coming from there. Okay, for you guys, for those signs. For these signs here, there seems to be a lot of success within money. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. Sorry, but they are 3 different lots of signs. So we will look into... Wow, I forgot about that one. We've got to clear up the cards now. Thoughts and feelings from your partner. Thoughts and feelings. So hopefully just give me a second, guys, just so I can clean up. This is where this gets very difficult when you start using different decks, trust me. Okay, so we're going to look into thoughts and feelings for Aries. Aries, show me how Aries' partner feels about Aries. How does the partner feel about Aries? How does the partner feel about Aries? Feel about Aries. Okay, they feel, well, they feel that you're cutting the wool. They feel that they want to make you an offer, but you're not going to accept it. Okay, now you can take this vice versa if you're offering to someone, but it feels like someone's real concerned about their health, really concerned about their health, trying to get someone to do something. So you could be doing this, trying to get someone to do something, but they're just not. They just feel like they're just not. It feels like you're batting your head up against a brick wall, trying to get this person to move. It can be trying to make an offer towards this third party for a lot of you, though. Okay, so if you're part of that and you know, and you're turning that offer down, that's someone offering to you, okay, and you're just saying, you know what, enough is enough. Enough is enough. There's a line that's crossed. You've crossed the line. You are now going to have to do something, and you're going to have to move, okay, and you're going to have to take this offer. So you're going to have to find a job, or you're going to have to physically do something, but you're going to have to take this offer to get up. To get up off your backside is also what I'm hearing. To get up off your backside. Else, you know, or else is what I'm hearing. So, yeah, still involving maybe Leo, but this is people that are breathing down people's neck as well. So you might be having to breathe down someone's neck to say, listen, will you please move, or will you please do something, because we're living on top of one another, and that you're just going to have to get up and get out. Sorry, Aries, I know people don't mind it direct, but that's in the other deck. That's two people. One person is breathing down someone's neck, and we need some space. I need some space. I need some thinking space and some headroom. And you can't give me any headroom whilst you're sitting around not doing anything. And listen, there's plenty of opportunities, and there's plenty of things out there in life for you to take. But if you're not going to take it, then we're breathing down each other's neck, and we just can't seem to get out of it. That's the situation that you seem to be in. Sorry, there was two cards that came over, but I'm not going to take them. Okay, there's the High Priestess that came up through that as well. Not sure what's going on with his partner. Because even though you get these out, I still can't I can't stop channeling messages through them. So we just do a few cards, but. You know, I think that when you do thoughts and feelings, it can be both of you that are involved. So the thoughts and the feelings that are really involved is that someone is saying to someone, will you take this cup and will you move? And will you do something? Because we are trapped in this situation if you don't do something. That's the general energy that's coming through. Yeah, because they're waiting on someone to take an offer. Somebody's waiting and waiting and waiting on someone hand and foot saying, listen, you want me to cook, you want me to clean, you want me to run you around, you want me to give you some money. So then you want me to support you and you want me to be here for you, but I can't be here for you all of the time unless you do something for yourself. Because it feels like at the moment, the person that you're thinking about watching it for, if you keep doing something for them and they're not doing something, that's the energy that you're going through. That you're living on top of each other at the time, and it feels like someone's just waiting for you to do everything for them, to cook and to clean and to wait on them hand and foot and to do it and to do it and keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So it feels like you're breathing down each other's neck at the moment. Okay. It's 10 of Cups. So Pisces involved. See the family. I just heard hammer time. MC hammer time. Hammer time, some sort of court decision of like, I'm hearing like this knock at home, like knock on wood. It feels like sometimes it's like trying to knock on wood and say, listen, hello, McFly, is anybody home? I don't know why I'm hearing that one. It's like knock, knock, knock on wood. It's like knock, knock, who's there? I am. It's like, oh, have you not got a job yet? Have you not done something yet? And it's like, for the family, well, what are you going to do for the family? So I've got no idea where that knock jock. Jock. I'm hearing jock or joke, like joke, some kind of like joke. Oh, it was a joke. Oh, really? Oh, was it a joke? Sorry, Aries. I've got no idea where they're coming from. But oh, really? What? That was a joke? Was it? Was a knock joke? Oh, so knock. Who's there? Well, me. Me. I'm here. I think that's someone that's going to knock at the door and say, "Oh, hi. Is this cup?" And you're like, really? No. For some of you, that's you saying no. That's you saying no. Oh, really? Oh, knock, knock. Oh, what, you want me now, do you? You need me for something. What is it that you need me for now? Oh, well, I just need you to run this errand for me or just to do something. You're like, well, knock, knock, surprise, no. Knock, knock, surprise, no. So whatever these messages come through, they will only relate to you if they're really relating to you. Don't make them fit, okay? It's easier when I do each sign because I can just concentrate on the one energy. But there you go. So there is. It's saying, will you take this job offer? Will you do something for the family as well? That you're going to have to also pull your own like weight. You're going to have to do something because I seem to be waiting and working all the time, and we just seem to be breathing down each other's neck. But every time I say to you, will you take this offer here, you keep saying, well, you know, I can, but I really don't know yet. And then it's like, well, if you don't do it, then we're going to have to work something out because there's got to be boundaries and there's got to be some kind of law. I'm hearing law. There has to be some kind of like law against that. Or Laura. I'm hearing Laura. There has to be some kind of like law Laura. There's a Laura. Someone's lawyer, or I'm looking after someone's lawyer, or I'm going to get a lawyer. Someone's saying, well, I'm going to get a lawyer then. If you don't, then I'm going to get a lawyer. But I'm also like hearing Laura. It seems to be that you're trying to get someone to move or do anything different is very, very difficult. Put it that way, Aries. That I will, like, you know, keep telling you and keep telling you and keep telling you, but it seems to be falling on someone's deaf ears. The Seven of Pentacles is like, well, I'm just going to have to just support you then. I'm just going to, what you want me to support you with money and with finances and everything else, but what are you going to do? And they're kind of like, well, I don't know. I think that's what's winding you up, Aries. Let's have a quick look at what this Four of Cups is for. 2. You see, don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I think you're saying to them, listen, there's loads of things out there in life for you to do. There are plenty more fishes in the sea. You know, just go on puff. But there are plenty more fish in the sea. You've got a good opportunity there. So what are you going to do? And they're kind of like, well, I don't know. What is that Two of Swords for? What don't they know? Well, I think we've just said Aries, right? Don't know. Yeah, it's to do with a younger person, or to do with children, or a younger person saying, listen, what are you going to do? And they're like, well, I don't know yet. I don't know what I want to do with my life, or I don't know if I want to accept this or not yet. It's all about that offer, but someone keeps thinking about stuff, but they don't physically do it. Like I said, the Page of Cups thinks about, oh, well, maybe I'll do, you know, I want to be a lawyer, or maybe I want to be a solicitor, or maybe I want to be something. And you're like, well, are you going to like go and look for it? And they're like, well, I don't know yet. I don't quite know what. Someone feels so indecisive. If that's coming across as love life, someone is definitely offering to somebody that doesn't know, and they're in and you seem to be in a bind. Okay. So let's have a quick look at Leo. Let's have a look at Leo. How does part of Leo feel about them? Leo. Wow, when you're in love, you're in love, someone's in love. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you can use these to separate down the energies between, obviously, fire signs. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, in love, emotional. I'm so emotional, babe. Someone feels emotional. I think that's why I picked up on those tears or something. Like someone got is very emotional at the moment. Let's have a look. How does partner feel about Ooh, controlling, control. Or the Pisces is going through something controlling with their family. Six of Judgment is flying up as well. You know, I'll take those two because they came out through the readings. So someone is trying to protect themselves from a family member. Okay, from a family member, or brothers and sisters, or anybody in the family. That someone is going through something very controlling and narcissistic in the family, okay? They're going through, as the same time as you, as to do with Judgment, okay? Judgment is obviously what we've gone through in different readings, but protecting themselves from a cycle that is going to replay itself. So it feels like someone's trying to learn. This is like having to like move. For some of them, they're realising that they're going to have to move out. But this is coming from the Pisces energy as well that came through for Judgment. Okay? But some kind of like protected, because someone wants to reconcile. It feels like someone doesn't. Someone doesn't want to reconcile, and they're protecting themselves from an energy, because their Judgment card can be a medium and they can be open for discussion. Okay? It's open for, do you want to continue on or do you not? Do you want to do the same thing? And if someone already knows, they're going to be like, no, I'm protecting myself. I do not want to know. Okay? That. Let's see. It seems to be what's going on in your partner's life. That's kind of the energy that was going on. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, Gemini. See, Gemini's there as well. So there's money. This is the same energy that came out through the bottom reading, okay, where I said the Gemini was working and getting some money and getting paid and that sort of stuff, okay? But because that is very close to here, that's why I always do my readings, they're definitely, or you are going through something very, very controlling with a Gemini energy, right? It could be like narcissism, control, gaslighting, all that kind of stuff, right? But it feels like that they want to reconcile. They want to try and get back into your life as well. So your partner is also saving their money and they're working extremely hard for you if you're in a relationship and they love you, okay? They're also going through something very controlling. Now, if you're going through something very manipulative and controlling, then cut the person off and honestly get on with your lives and cut the person off. If they're family members and you can't do that, then you know that it's coming from a family member. If it's coming from a love interest and people are being controlled and manipulated, then why ever people keep talking to people, I've got no idea. Me, I just cut people off like that and you're out. But it took me a long time to get to that situation. But, I mean, I go through this with family. But there is a lot of family stuff there too. Okay? But it feels like they're working hard. Let's see what that 9 of... But you could be going through that with family, you see, because that's coming from the 6. It's coming through some kind of like control with family. And it feels like protection services. Some kind of social services as well. Social service or seeking some kind of like service. What's that 9 of Wands? 9 of Wands. See, conflict, fight. This is mind games, manipulation, control. Mind games, manipulation and control. Fighting. 14-5 again. It's a cycle. Now, if they're not arguing with you, then they're going through this with a grandparent or parent. Okay? If they're going through it with you and you're not together, then that's gaslighting and narcissism. Okay? So I couldn't tell you because it's general. But what's this for? See, Sun, there it is, for protection of family. Protection of family. But it also can get someone very difficult to open up, like to emotionally open up. Tell me about this Judgment card. Judgment. So they want to know. Again, this is coming from that energy where someone wants to know about reconciliation. Right, from Taurus energy, Taurus, and also another opportunity. Someone wants to reconcile with someone, with you, Leo, maybe, but you're protecting yourself away from someone. Okay, definitely protecting yourself from Judgment, where someone wants to reconcile. So if this is going on also, I mean, how your partner feels about you, well, there's definite love there, so I can't see why there's going to be controlling behaviour and blocking out. So that wouldn't be love. So that's for the people that are not physically in love. If you're like in love with your partner, this is what they're going through in their family situation. Okay. Now, if you're in a soulmate situation and it's reconciliation and you've got things that are happening from the past, you've got like, well, what goes around comes around is Judgment. It's like comes back around again to see if you've learned. If you've not learned a situation, and then it happens again, and then if you don't learn again, it just happens again, and then it happens again and again and again. And it's to do with a better relationship, and it's also at your work as well. There are things and contracts that could be ending in their life, but starting up. Like they're having a big opportunity at work, a big opportunity at work. Show me about this, the Lovers. Lovers, way too many cards. The Lovers. So talking, that's also a Gemini's child. Burden, it's moving, something to do with like a heavy stress. Someone feels like stressed, stressful, stressed. Five of Cups. Yeah, someone is very... They're just not getting on with a family member. Let's just put it that way. Not getting on with a family member. But if this is the love interest partner, I mean, this is causing, whatever it is from this Gemini energy, it's causing a Five of Cups. You know, it's just a constant cycle of like the same, like feeling very oppressed around an energy of Gemini. Okay. But how they feel about you, well, there's love there. So if the Five of Cups there, they're in love with you, but there's something going on in their energy around this here that they can't seem to clear up out of their mind. Okay, so that's Leo. So now we'll look into Sagittarius. Sagittarius. How does Sagittarius' partner feel about them? How does Sagittarius' partner feel about them? How does Sagittarius' partner feel? I need some new cards. So these. How does Sagittarius' partner feel about them? So you got Aries. So they feel, I mean, they feel like you're taking lead and you're taking charge. Definitely Aries is taking lead and taking charge. How do they feel about you? Wow, that it's very difficult to get you away from work for a start. They feel that there's a lot of contracts going on at work and stuff like that too. That you're in a legal contract. I'm hearing legal contract, in some like contract to do with families and to do with home, like loads of things going on at home. They feel like that you're not talking as well. That there's a lot of like thinking about family. How does Sagittarius' partner feel about them? Two of Cups, but you got the Two of Cups. That's made it very difficult, right? Very difficult. So your partner could be Aries, okay? Could be an Aries, and that they are going through something very stressful with their children at home, okay? But how they feel about you maybe is that you have the Two of Cups with them, okay? Because you've got signs here. So you could well be like thinking about an Aries because it's there. And thinking about, like, what am I going to do with this child situation that seems to be going on and on and on. Okay. I don't like it when a big clump of cards falls out, guys. That's why I picked them up. How does Sagittarius' partner feel about them? I need a new deck because these are getting too worn out. Okay, Nine of Cups, so 9, 10, 11, which is 2 again. So it feels like you're being pulled back into a situation. They feel like they want to talk, but again, you got 2 and 2. That's so strange for feelings. How do they feel about you? That there's a lot of confusion. I think that it's a separated energy, that if your partner is an Aries, is that they are very concerned about their family at the moment. Okay, and that's taking precedent over the whole lot. Everything is concerned about family at the moment. But they feel that they can't get away from this because it's the Two of Cups, that there's love there, okay? So if you're watching this and you're a Sag, but you're Aries and stuff like that, you can relate these to family situations that are going on, but they feel that everything is evolving around the family about soulmate situations that are all going on. And it's all reflecting. There's a lot of people that are learning through mirroring and undecided, like, oh, I've got no idea. But if there is an Aries here that's saying through however someone felt, I can't remember, which is like, will you get up and do something, or like offering to an Aries and they're saying no, then it's leaving this, well, don't know then. You know, I don't know. Because someone's still juggling situations 2 and 2. There's a lot of situations that are in the air yet. See, judgment, facing judgment as well of a third party situation, or judgment of work. Tell me what this Emperor is for Sagittarius. You see, same cards, 7. So it's like this needing to draw boundaries from this Aries of what happened with their thoughts and feelings, which is, listen, will you stop offering? Will you stop offering? Stop. If you're a Sagittarius and you're offering to an Aries, then stop offering to an Aries. Okay. But what's judgment for? Because they feel like you're going through this complete cycle. 2, again, 2, 2, and 2. Someone just does not know. They can't make up their mind what they want to do. They're going through judgment. They're going through like an awakening of having to start over again and start fresh. But it's like, if that's a love life, do you want to start that over? It's direction. Someone just doesn't seem to have a direction, and they just don't know of what to do. 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of this 5 and 5. There's a lot of family dynamics. I think that this energy is coming through of how they feel about you is coming from the Aries of how you feel about them too. So it's coming through for a lot of like financial situations and families that could be ill. Also, they could be ill. This could be coming through that illness that happened as well. Okay, there could be a lot of illnesses in families. There could be a lot of things that are going on at work. And it's like causing a lot of, well, I really don't know yet. You know, will you find a job? That's coming through. Are you going to find a job? Are you going to be able to support yourself? That's coming through someone's family. Are you going to be able to support yourself? And are you going to be able to do this through this person here that just thinks about it but doesn't do something? Okay. But you're going through judgment, which is like yes or no. Or like if you say no, then you cut the energy off and it's no. You don't go back to a cycle. If you do, you're only judging upon yourself to do it. All lessons are learnt through judgment, okay? And if you continue on that, that obviously means that you haven't learnt a lesson yet. So you have to go through it again. And then you come up against judgment again. And then you make a decision. And if your answer is yes or no, you can't go back on it. If you do, you get pulled back into the cycle. 12, 12 on the clock. Okay, but thoughts and feelings from your partner towards you, I can't pick them up. It just feels like they've got a lot on at the moment if your partner is an Aries and they're dealing with a lot to do with their family situation of an illness that could be someone that's passed on or it's just general illness. Okay? But if it's a third party situation, they know that they're involved in it because 2, 2, 2 and judgment. Okay? That is everybody's reading. Thanks very much, guys. Please like, share and subscribe. There are going to be things that are going to be changing with the channel very much so. This is the first one that I've done, so I'll hopefully see you again soon. Peace.